Yeah, understood. Gosh, how uncomfortable does it make you when people compare you to Jesus?
Pretty uncomfortable. Yeah, we're you can't do that because 'cause you're edging towards blasphemy, so yeah, I get a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you also get, like, adorably bashful.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, what are you supposed to do with it? But do you think that you have, um do you think you've walked the life that you were walked in his shoes? Do you think you've emulated what it is that he was teaching or how you interpret his words?
Um, the short answer is no. I certainly try. Um, I try a lot, and I realize how far I am. I'll get back to Saint Francis. He's my you know about Saint
Please.
Francis, right? From Assisi?
Quaker on Wednesdays on Fridays, Baptist on Sundays.
What
Start
about
at
Saint
square
Francis?
one.
He's one of the great saints in the Catholic Church. He was around, uh, late 12th century, and he's thought to be the saint that walked that most closely resembled Christ. And what he said was the closer he feels he gets to Christ, the further away he feels he is, because he knows more and more what it was like to be Christ. So I always remember that if I get too full of myself. And I feel the same thing. I think the longer this goes, and the more I try to walk in Christ's footsteps, the more I realize how far I am from him. I mean, all the usual problems are there. We're human beings. Um, so I think I'm still pretty far. Certainly trying and a pilgrim and on my journey, but still pretty far.
What's the distance filled with?
Uh, well, I wouldn't say infinity, but some light years away still.
If you were to describe oh gosh, I'm gonna start crying. If you were to describe that long, long path ahead of you between you and Christ with a word, a couple of words, what does it require of you? What would you fill it with?
Hope and joy, because the hope is that we know God is there, we know Jesus is there, we know He's there for us, and we know someday I'll meet Him. And that when push comes to shove, when you've had a crappy day, when things like look like they're falling apart, that's what I have to hold on to, and nothing can take that from you. Um, you know, the worst day we have in the hospital, people die, and it's so frustrating, and you're really upset with how things are going. That's guaranteed, and I always have that to look forward to, and in that is incredible joy, not happiness. I can be miserable and really, upset and worried and whatever, but there's joy, and that I know that's there at the end of the journey, and I've just got to keep pushing ahead and do what I think is right.
Is your belief ever tested?
Um, I mean, yeah, in a way it is not. It's when you have people die that you think is so senseless, and you say, why is this happening? Of course, you wonder where is God in all this? Um, but also, I think as a believer, I draw on that too. I say, I don't know why the person died. I just have to be honest. I have no idea why this kid died from whatever. And sometimes it was a mistake we made, and
Mhm.
you really feel awful. You think, God, why did you allow this to happen? You're omnipotent. And you realize, like, we just don't know. We're not God. And I think, especially as doctors, we try to play God, and we think we know everything, and we don't. We're we're still playing with very primitive toys, and we don't know everything. And I think we just have to accept that. Sometimes it's a matter of just acceptance. I don't know everything. I have no idea why this person died. I don't know why these people have to suffer like this. But let me just trust and hope that God is there in all these situations. Let me go ahead and do what I'm supposed to do what I'm assigned to do my duty as a son of God, and go ahead.
I'm gonna go back to my original question, one of my questions about, do you ever feel like bewilderment or even betrayal that with 8 billion people on this planet, that the Nuba Mountain still only has one surgeon?
Uh, well,
Do you want me to just answer for you? I'll just
yeah,
answer
yeah,
for
go
you.
ahead.
Yes, yes. And if you need a sign to join Dr. Tom, this is it.